If you guys have been following my channel for any amount of time now, you guys will know that I'm a huge advocate for skinnier width tires and a very high tire pressure. But again, that is what I grew up on, and maybe I'm stuck in my old ways. But come to find out recently, with these newer wheels coming out that I've been given, and also this bike right here, the Van Rysel, that I've been able to ride, this company sent me out, that's come equipped with these 700 by 28C tires and these Zip 404 hookless wheels, which have kind of forced me into riding a lower tire pressure. I might eat my words a little bit and say that I'm thinking that this is becoming more and more of a faster setup. Now, hear me out before we get into this, because I want to shed a little background to this. These new Zip 404 wheels are a hookless setup, so they can only be ran up to about 73 PSI. I'm on the heavier side, 6 foot, about 200 pounds, maybe 205, depending on what I eat that day. And these tires right here are Michelin Power Cups 700 by 28C. But when we put a caliper on there, these tires are not a true 28. These things are about like a 700 by 30. And ever since I've been riding this bike, because of the fact I'm going to do go out to about a 30 width on there when they get stretched out on the bike. Which, by the way, I'm not going to lie, absolutely loving right now. But like I said, have been using them with tubes and not hookless. I'm not running tubeless. I wish they were not hookless, but that is what it is. But in the future, I'm going to be doing a review, so that's why I'm putting miles on this bike, because I'm fortunate enough for this company to send out this bike for me to ride. So I will have a full-on riding video with videographer, editing, and give you guys my real, full truth feel on this bike, because I've been riding a lot and I've been feeling really good on it. But before I get into why I think it feels faster and more comfortable, let's go back to the skinnier tire pressures. I have been in this industry for a very long time. My father's owned this store for a very long time. I've been on a bicycle ever since I could get on a bicycle. I will show you guys some screenshots of what my bikes have looked up in just a second. But I go back to the glory days of riding 700 by 23s, 700 by 21s, 700 by 19s we even had. We had the Zip Tangent tires on there. Back in the day, we used to even run with clinchers. I had Zip 404 clinchers, Firecrest, that was running 140 PSI pressure on there. I know I was a fanboy, whatever it was, but that's what I grew up on, and that's what it always was to me. I always thought with my weight, that's what I want. And here in Florida as well, where we live, where everything's so flat, and our roads are, I'm not, to be honest with you guys, our roads are very smooth here. We're very fortunate. So again, we didn't need these massive tires. So when this big tire trend kind of came out there, yeah, we kind of were like, iffy about it. And the first time I ever went to a 28C tire was when I had an S-Works Vengevise rim brake, and they came with Revolve CLX 64 wheels. And I don't know if maybe it was just because it's my mind, maybe just mental, whatever it was that day, or maybe I just had an off ride, but I was riding about 4 times a week that day doing 40 miles, and we had a group of 4 guys, and we do about 24 to 26 miles an hour at 40 miles. When I put on the 28s, they just felt sluggish. And like I said, maybe I had an off day. Maybe I wasn't able to hold onto a guy's wheel as much as I wanted to. So immediately they came off the bike, and I went back to my 25s or even 23s. 25s were a stretch for me at first. I think I went back to the S-Works Turbo with 24s, ran that 120 PSI, and that's what it was for me, and that's what I've always known to. But because I'm so fortunate now to have this YouTube channel and have kind enough people like Panda Podium send me out these Kratz wheels, or even a whole company send me out this bike to review, and I'm now riding the equipment that they're sending me, I'm starting to come around. Let me first show you guys pictures of my old bikes, like my old S-Works Venge, my Vengevise, and my Tarmac SL6. I'll do 3 screenshots right back together. Absolute beautiful bikes, and again, like I said, that's just what I've always known. And we've had the reps come by our stores. We're a bicycle store, so we'll have sales rep like Continental sales rep come by, Vittoria come by, and when the fads are going on, the 28s were breaking down the scene. They're sitting there telling us that the wider tires are more comfortable. There's not as much minimal vibration, so your body doesn't get beat up as much. So you're able to be more comfortable on the bike, and you're going to produce better because your body's not going to be as fatigued over time. And then also we had reps who said the 700 by 30s or even the 32s, when they're running that tire pressure, the 30 tire is going to be a taller tire. So this was another thing they said to us. if you look at these wheels back to forth, if I put on a 30C tire, it'll even be a little bit taller and there'll be even more of a tire on there. So once you do get a tire up to speed, it'll be, in theory, a bigger diameter, so which will be a better top end rolling speed. That's what the rep said. Who knows? You know, I always got to take these things with a grain of salt. But I'm not going to lie, I'm coming around to it. And again, I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to go ahead and switch out these tires. These are the Challenge Criterium tires. These are a 25mm tires, still with the TPU tubes. But we can definitely see this tire fits this rim pretty well. But I think that the industry is doing a very good job recently with making modern tires fit modern wheels better. You're seeing the companies like Reserve, Envy, Zip, Revol, they're all coming out with these massive inner diameters for rim width like these. These are the Craft wheels. This inner rim width diameter is a 24 millimeter inner diameter. Same with Zip 404 is a 23. Whereas what we used to ride back in the day was a 19 millimeter inner width. So it would fit this tire better, and the 28s would have this bigger light bulb effect. So I'll show you guys in a second this tire, but this is a 25C on here with a 19 millimeter inner tire width, inner rim width on here. And you can see this thing lines up very perfectly. And I'm running a TPU Pirelli tube on here. But again, this is a 25C tire and it's coming right at to a 25 measurement. Again, like I said, I don't think I will go out and change this tire right away because of the fact that these tires are still good. I haven't been riding that much. And again, for my rides of what I'm doing, I prefer a 30 to 40 mile ride. We're very flat grounds here. We're very smooth roads. I'm not doing these long distance rides where I need these massive mountain bike tires while riding out there to go ahead and comfort my body. I know that when I get on a bike and ride a 40 mile ride, my body's usually hurting because of the fact that I am riding once a week and riding for 40 miles at a really high pace. So that's just what it is. I know that working out is going to be a little bit of pain, and I'm okay with that. But come to this now with these new wheels, like these Craft wheels right here. This is the front wheel. The outer rim width is a 34 millimeter. The inner rim width on these wheels is a 25 millimeter. So it takes this 25C Continental STR tire that I have on here with, again, TPU tubes. I'm not going to hookless, I don't think yet, but who knows? Maybe this will make me eat my words even more. This stretches this 25C tire out to about a 28 on here. Sorry, my battery's low in here. About a 28C. And this being a front wheel and where I have majority of my weight on the handlebars, where your shoulders, your triceps, your traps, your neck usually gets fatigued, I am noticing with these wheels, even though I only did about 3 rides with them, that it is much smoother. And I'm not pumping this front tire up to that 120 PSI, even though I could take it. I'm going more now to like 90 or even 100, depending on how heavy I am that day. But then this brings me over to the Van Rissel, which I have some ride stats for you guys right here. I put about 4 rides on this bike. And again, maybe it's just because I'm riding more, but I have logged some of the fastest rides I've been doing since on the bike, and maybe it's just modern equipment, but I am really enjoying this bike. Like I said, a full ride review come. It's very fast. It's very stiff. I like it a lot. When I get on, it just feels like it wants to go. But these wheels and these tires, 28C tires, stretching out to about 30C, I can only go up to 73 PSI. I prefer it not to be hookless because something in my mind when I stand up to sprint, still I just feel like it's going to roll off. I just feel like it shouldn't have that much weight on each edge. But let me show you my ride stats. I just got to start my hammerhead. Give me a second. While that starts up as well, I would say that I would show you this wheel on the bike, but I still can't show you the bike yet. But these wheels have been amazing. I'm absolutely loving it. This bike has been amazing too. Very, very cool bike. This is my latest ride to date on the Van Rissel. Again, this is about my 4th ride on the bike. And again, it's nothing crazy, but 31 miles. Average speed on computer, 22.2 miles per hour. This ride, we were doing about 24 to 26 miles per hour, getting up to about 28, 29, whatever it was. Average cadence, 80, and average power, 160 watts. A massive 280 feet of acceleration. Now, again, I'm not your racer guy. I'm not your crazy training guy. Again, I go out to ride because of the fact that I like to ride bikes. I think they look aesthetically cool. It's like a nice car to me. It's a great way to clear your mind. And if I feel like I ate too much the night before, I enjoy talking with my friends. So I'm not looking for crazy data, but these bikes and these wheels, I'm starting to enjoy a little bit more. You guys all know I do have a lower back issue. I have an L4, L5 fully herniated disc. And there are times where I get off a bike and my lower back is hurting me. with these wheels, and again, I don't know if this plays account to me riding more, but I'm noticing that I'm not having as much fatigue as much on my lower back. My neck isn't hurting as much when I'm grabbing onto the handlebars. My hands aren't going numb as much. And I just feel more effortless to keep a top end speed. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is a very nice thing. So, in conclusion, those are some of my fastest rides right now. And I will see if they get even faster, but I think, sold on 28C. So, because of I like these tires so much, I went as far as much to go ahead and swap out these tires. And I just ordered some brand new Vittoria Corsa Pro tires, 700 by 30C tires, to go ahead and see what this is. I'm gonna see if the 30Cs are too much, and I will kind of check back in with you guys to see if 28s or 30s are the sweet spot. I got a feeling with 30C tires on here, it's gonna be a big stretch to the 32s on there, but I am enjoying the 28s a lot right now. And I know you guys are gonna say, we told you, Grant, you're an idiot, Grant, you're so freaking stupid, Grant, but, you know, I was stuck in my ways. I started riding at 10 years old, and that's what it was. So anyways, I figured I'd go ahead and let you guys know that. I do think as of right now, I'm going to say it, 28C tires are the faster tire, okay? Not hookless. Tubeless, I don't know. I still don't prefer tubeless. I'd rather take a TPU tube. But yes. And I do feel like for these pros riding the Pro Peloton, yes, this is obviously the way to go. They're riding 140, 130 miles, 120 miles, whatever it is, in a day, 21 days back to back to back. They want comfort. But for me out there, when I was riding those 30 miles, this isn't bad. I know I'm just going to suck it up for that hour and a half, 2-hour ride, and it is what it is. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. See you guys next video.